Hey guys, Jess from Pizza Books, and today I'm here with a video that I've been dying to do, and it is my favorite slow burn romances. So someone recommended this or asked for it like months ago, and I'm just getting to it, and I'm sorry it's taking forever, but I haven't had time to film this video, and I've had a list together. Slow burn romances are the ones where you are just like dying for the couple to even kiss each other, and they have such undeniable chemistry, and one of them or both of them either are denying it because of things in their past, denying it because of the stigma of people around them, or denying it because they hate each other. Either way, these are romances where you're just like, can you please get together already? So I'm going to have a list of a bunch. I'll go ahead and get to it. So I obviously have to start this video out with the queen of slow burn, and that is Mariana Zapata. This is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. This was my first book I read by her, and it is just fabulous. Her books are chunkers. They are like super thick books, and this one is about a football player. He's called The Wall of Winnipeg because he's from Canada, and he actually, it's kind of like the cliche story where he's actually from a different country and needs to marry someone to stay in the States, and his assistant, he doesn't treat her very well. He's like very unattached, unemotional towards her, and she finally decides to quit and go after her own dreams of, I think, like being a designer or something. I don't really remember what she was doing. It's been a while. And then he shows up at her door asking her to come back to marry him so he can stay in the United States. And then his walls slowly break down, and I love him, and I love this story. It's slow burn, but it doesn't feel slow. I don't know how she does it. Her books are so big, and I feel like they go on forever, but you are so into the story that you just can't help but love it and keep on reading. And these people like don't even see each other as potential relationship desires for a long time. I think that's why I love these books so much, but Wall of Winnipeg is definitely one of my favorite slow burns ever. The only other Mariana Zapata book I've read is Lingus. I think this is going to ruin my lighting, so I'll show you this. This is one of the covers. I don't really like this one. The other one is like a plaid shirt with like a name badge. But Lingus is about a guy who's actually in the porn industry, and the girl meets him and doesn't know about his job, and they are really friends first because she's super hesitant going into a relationship with someone in that kind of profession, and she tries her best not to like him, and then he takes care of her when she's sick, and it's super adorable. And again, another slow burn romance where they started as friends and become something more, and it's awesome. I have not read any other Mariana Zapata book yet, but she's definitely on my TBR. I'm going to try to read Cold Tea this month. I have to because you guys told me to read it. But definitely check Mariana Zapata out if you want slow burn romances. The next one was actually quite a surprise to me for being a slow burn, and that is The Fortunate Ones by R.S. Gray. This one's about a girl who works in a not nightclub, country club with a bunch of rich people, and she doesn't want to be working there, but I think she gets a job because her sister works there and she just needs a job, and it is like the VIP member of the country club. They meet one night and they really hit it off, but I think he's like 10 years older than her, so this is a situation where they can't be together because of society's stigma on them. They're like, there's no way this is gonna work, and the fact that she's in her 20s and she really wants to, I believe she like goes abroad a lot and is like a tutor or a nanny or something, and she really wants to keep on doing that and just like traveling and being young in her 20s, and he's like in his mid-30s. He's like, this is time for me to settle down, and they're at complete different stages of their life, and they're like, we have so much chemistry, but like nothing can happen. Like, this is not realistic. Our lives are not in the same places, but it takes like 50% before they even kiss each other. And when it takes that long, you're definitely like, come on, you guys like each other, you have insane chemistry, like, do something, get together, but they don't because they're so hesitant because of their different parts in life, they're in different points of society. It's so good. You guys all have to read it. I was shocked this was a slow burn, but it was really good and I really liked it. The next one is not as slow burn, but it's Brooklyn Era by Serena Bowen. I think it's because of the build-up. This is the 4th book in this series, okay? And you've wanted Nate and Becca to get together since book 1. And so you're waiting and waiting, and you finally get their book, and then you're waiting some more in their book, and you're like, I've been waiting 4 books for this. Can you get together in like chapter 1, please? But they don't because they have their past together. She is his assistant, and it's like kind of the stigma against society. I don't want to be the secretary who hooks up with her boss kind of thing. But you're just like, but you guys are made to be. You're super adorable, and Nate is so cute. Oh my gosh, I loved his character so much, and he just really cares about her, and they're both too stubborn to admit that they like each other, and it's so good. And he ends up taking care of her when she gets a concussion, and a lot of times with, I guess, these slow burns, they like have to take care of each other and things build from there, but so good. My next one is one that is a hate to love romance, so that's why it's slow burn. That's The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. These two cannot stand each other, and so it takes them a while to look past their feelings about not liking each other before they get together, and they are very competitive, and like they don't want to like admit that they like each other because they're like, we are enemies. They worked for different publishing companies, I think, and then their companies merged and they're both assistants to the heads of the company, and so they are, I think from the very first chapter it talks about how competitive they are with each other, and it's really funny. And then I think we're only in Lucy's head, I don't remember what points of view it was, but she really dislikes him and just like gets freaked out when she kind of feels herself falling for him, and it's super cute. And of course she doesn't want to admit it because they're in competition with each other, and so it's like she'd be losing to him if she admits she likes him. It's super cute. The next one is slow burn because it is forbidden, and that's On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. This is about a girl who's an English tutor because she is going to an island with this boy who is 16, I think, and he has had cancer. I think he's 16. Yeah, he's in remission, and he missed out on a bunch of school, so this girl's going with him and his family to this island for the summer so that she can help get him back on track for school. And it's her and him flying together later with this pilot, and the pilot has a heart attack, and they are stranded on an island together. This is slow burn because literally nothing happens between them for 2 years. They're on this island for years, and they only start to have feelings for each other when he's much more mature and older, and since they're on an island together, he does mature a lot faster. So even though he's 18, he acts so much older for his age because he's literally had to learn how to survive and take care of himself. And her, she is, I think, late 20s, so it is pretty big age gap, but the fact that they have to wait because of the stigma and the taboo of their relationship, they know, she's like, I would never have feelings for him in the real world, but because they're on the island together, they survive together, they mature together, they start a relationship, and it's amazing. And like, as a reader, I was so hesitant. I really don't like big age gaps, but this one totally worked because of the situation and how they grew together, and it's amazing. And the last one I have is The Butterfly Project by Emma Scott. I just finished reading this, and this was one where I was just like dying for them to finally admit their feelings and finally get together. And this is about Zelda, who is a graphic artist, and she has a graphic novel that she has written that's dystopian, but it's kind of inspired by what she's gone through, and she's still struggling to get over what happened to her that she felt like was her fault. And she meets Beckett, and he spent 2 years in jail because of armed robbery, and he's still beating himself up over it. So he feels like he's not good enough for anybody, especially Zelda. Zelda is still trying to overcome her guilt about her past, and so they're both in places in their lives where they are not ready to be in a relationship, but they fall for each other, and they try to deny their feelings for each other, and it's so annoying. Everybody around them knows they should be together. They know they should be together, but they're just like pushing away their feelings, and then she feels jealous, and she's like, wait, why am I feeling jealous right now? Like, I don't like him. I'm like, because you do like him. Like, come on. It's so good. They're such damaged people. They just want to be happy. So definitely a slow burn that I was all for. And those are some of my favorite slow burns to recommend to you guys. Let me know down below your favorite slow burn romances, and I would love to hear your recommendations. That's all I have for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.